Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Kelsey if you are new here, and in today's video I'll be doing this fresh, springy, hot pink makeup look. We are all quarantined. I'm here with you. We're going to relax, grab some tea, grab a drink, and we're just going to enjoy ourselves and try to stay positive and focus on our purpose in life and not so much of the negativity. So if you want to see how I created this makeup look, then keep on watching. Hey y'all, so starting off with a fresh clean face and a nice cold drink. First, going in with my e.l.f. Super Toner and applying this all over my face. This really leaves my skin feeling nice and fresh. Next, I'm going to apply this hydrating serum. I'm not sure where exactly I got it from, but I'm going to put it down in the description box down below. Right on top, I'm going to apply the Garnier Skin Active Moisturizer, which is perfect if you have dry skin. This moisturizer is super thick and I just love it. So I'm just going to zoom you all in a little bit closer on these eyebrows. So I'm just filling them in with the Colourpop brow pencil in the shade Bangin' Brunette, or I think dark brown. I think they switched the names of the colors, but yeah, this one I use in all my videos. It's my favorite brow product ever. And to fill in the spaces in my eyebrows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Dipbrow in the shade dark brown. And to clean them up, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Concealer in the shade 15. So a little trick to keep your eyebrows in place, or if your eyebrows are just super thick, I like applying my duo lash glue on my eyebrows just to keep them in place so they just won't go everywhere throughout the day, and I'm just brushing them out with a e.l.f. spoolie. Going back in with that Juvia's Place concealer, I'm using that to prime my eyelids for the eyeshadow look. Set that, I'm using my Makeup Revolution Banana Setting Powder, which I haven't used in a long time, y'all. It's been a minute. So for the eye look, I'm using the Anastasia and Jackie Aina eyeshadow palette, and I'm going in with this nice pink shade. I think it's called a Pinker. And I'm just applying this all over my lid, starting from my crease area. So I'm going ahead in with my James Charles and Morphe palette, and I'm just applying that really nice hot pink shade on my outer lid and just blending that on my crease. Here I went in with a flat eyeshadow brush and just packed on that hot pink on my lid area, just packing it on so the color can be more vibrant. Here I just went in with a fluffy brush and just blended out the edges to make sure that everything was blended. Here I went in with this purple shade and applied it on my outer crease area just to deepen it and smoke it out a little bit. Here I'm applying this really nice purple pink-ish shade right directly in my lid area, just towards the middle, and I'm just blending that a little bit towards the center of my crease, but still focusing it more on the center of my lid. Next, I went back in with that hot pink shade and applied it on my inner lid area, a little bit towards like my tear duct area, and blended it towards that shimmery shade. To line my eyes, I'm using the NYX Veil Matte Eyeliner. And yeah, I just decided to fast forward during this part just because I take a long time doing my eyeliner. But if you want to see a more in-depth video of how I do it, then leave a comment down below. Next, I'm applying the Maybelline Colossal Lash Mascara, which is my favorite drugstore mascara ever. And right here, I'm just applying these are the same lashes that I used in my last video. The ones that I got from AliExpress. I'm going to link those down below as well. To prime my skin, I'm using my favorite drugstore primer right now, and this is the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. What I love about this primer is that it's super hydrating and it has a really nice tacky feel to it once you leave it on. I'm also going to apply the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and just apply that directly on my cheek and forehead area, which is where I get the most oily. For foundation, I'm using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation in the shade Punta Cana. I used to wear this shade all the time, like all the time, just because it's super full coverage. The shade matched me perfectly. I feel like now the shades may be a little bit off because, you know, I've been out on vacation and then I'm losing my tan. So I'm just kind of in that in between. But this is still my favorite drugstore foundation. And since this foundation is really thick, I like to go in with a Real Technique sponge and just buff out any extra product. And of course for concealer, I'm going to use my Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 15. And this concealer I bought because I wanted a concealer a little bit brighter than my skin tone. I wanted a really bright under eye look this day. So if you're not really into that, you don't have to do it. But it's all in the technique and the way you blend it. Here I went in with my LA Girl concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze just to cream contour. I don't usually do this, but of course today I felt like it because, you know, we're going out to parties. Just playing. I was going nowhere. But I'm just cream contouring my cheeks, my jawline, my nose, and my forehead area. And here I'm just blending that concealer out first with a damp Real Technique sponge. Here I'm going in with a really dense, flat buffing brush to blend out that cream contour. I'm really taking my time, even though it is sped up, but I'm really actually taking my time at blending this out because I want that contour to be blended seamlessly into that concealer. And of course, I'm going back in with my Real Technique sponge and blending any harsh lines or any areas that I feel like need to be blended in a little bit more. Here I went in with a dense eyeshadow brush just to blend out that nose contour. Then I'm just going to buff right on top with a Real Technique sponge just to make sure everything is blended out. To set my concealer, I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution Loose Baking Powder in the shades Banana and Deep Banana. To set the entire look, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Medium Deep, just lightly dusting that all over my face just to bring some color back to the entire look. To warm up my skin, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution bronzer in the shade Warm 02. I feel like this is the most underrated bronzer in the drugstore. Like, you don't hear people talking about this bronzer. I would say the color range does need some help, but overall it is a really good bronzer. For blush, I'm just applying this Colourpop one in the shade Drop of a Hat, and I'm just applying this on the apples of my cheeks and a little bit on my forehead. For highlighter, I'm going to use this Colourpop one in the shade Parasol, and I'm just using a Real Technique sponge to blend this in just because I feel like the sponge gives it a more skin-like look to it. And I'm applying this Juvia's Place highlighter in the shade Nefertiti. And as always, I'm going to wipe away any foundation on my lips just to make sure my lips aren't going to be cakey when we apply our lip products. And I'm just applying that hot pink shade on my bottom lash line and the same mascara. So as you can see, I already applied a lip here, but it didn't go with the eyeshadow look, so I changed it. So here I went in with the Colourpop and Shayla Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF4. Here I'm going in with my MAC lipstick in the shade Spirit, which is a really nice neutral mauve shade. I love it. I think it went perfect with this lip. And I'm just finishing it off with my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Vanilla Cream Pie. To set the entire look, I'm going to use the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray.
Okay, you all, so I'm back with the completed makeup look, but it's been a minute since I recorded a YouTube video because I don't know, I've just been working and it's just a lot to sit down and do this for you all. So I'm really happy that I'm able to do this. So as a lot of you know, there's a lot going on in the world right now, but I wanted to bring some positivity back into the world by doing this video, and I really hope you enjoyed watching it. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos this week. Comment down below what videos you would like for me to do in the future, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.